Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the fire signs and what your higher self would like to tell you. Fire signs, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Fire signs, Aries, Pisces. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Where did Pisces come from? Where the heck did Pisces come from? Why is Pisces so important to you, fire signs? Fire signs, I hope that you're doing well. Okay, let's just get on with it. That might come through. Pisces was a weird presence in the last reading too. So I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The Oracle of the Universe deck and the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. I'm going to be getting messages from your higher self. What does your higher self want to express to you? This is for the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Spirit, what messages do you have for the fire signs? Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know about you. This probably isn't relevant, but I can't help it. I have to say it. Eagles have been really showing up for me like everywhere. And I live in the United States, so you would think, okay, well, duh, that's like a foregone conclusion that you would see eagles in a lot of places. But I'm just like, no, I'm not seeing them on like government things or flags or like where you would think. Eagles are just showing up everywhere, and you got the Eagle Nebula, number 33, a master number. And the word is creation. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is with this eagle energy. Eagle eyes, eagle spirit, spirit of strength and valor and high integrity, prowess. And these, of course, are the pillars. They call this the pillars of creation, this nebula. It's one of the most beautiful that's ever been photographed by our telescopes. Something so outstanding about your energy right now. Your higher self is acknowledging. It's almost as if you've really truly come into your power. You're soaring high. You're in this space of creation. You're in this space of connecting with spirit. The 33 is suggesting to me a really beautiful alignment with your life's purpose, your path, with spirit, with your higher self. I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. This is just a general reading. There's no past, present, future spread. It's just a general reading about what your higher self would like to tell you. Interesting. So, no major arcana yet. So that kind of suggests to me, we might get some later, but when I don't see any major arcana in a reading, it kind of suggests to me that you're really hyper-focused on your material world surroundings, like the environment that's right in front of you. So it's not to say that you're not in a spiritual space right now, but you're really focused on your family, your finances, your opportunities, your job, your health, your day-to-day, and making moves, moving and shaking. All right, and we start here with the Ace of Wands. combined with the Three of Pentacles. I mean, it's amazing. Because this energy specifically tells me one very clear message, which is that you are co-creating with Spirit, with what Spirit has specifically given to you, something that was meant for you and only you, with the Ace of Wands. Wands energy is your suit, fire. The fire element talks about creativity, inspiration, that divine spark, the ignition, the inertia, right? The thing that fuels action. That's Ace of Wands energy. And we can either choose to take it or not take it. Aces are potentiality. I feel as though you're taking, it's like, ooh, take the money and run. I just heard that. You are capitalizing on everything that Spirit is giving to you. You get the download, you feel it in your instinct. Your higher self is aligning with you, and you just go, go, go. And you're involving Spirit, because the Three of Pentacles is co-creation with the universe. You're absolutely, as Spirit just said, milking it for all it's worth, which, hey, why not? We're meant to be manifestors. We're meant to attract good things. And I feel as though it's this beautiful kind of self-contained circuit. I give to Spirit. Spirit gives to me. I give back to myself. You know, like, it's kind of, and that didn't really work it the way that I wanted to. It's like, I manifest to the universe. The universe conspires to make it happen. I receive the manifestation. That's better. Thank you, Spirit. So this is what I see here. It's really beautiful. What is it that we are bringing in for the fire signs? What are the fire signs bringing in for themselves? Ooh. Oh my God. Queen of Wands. Are you kidding? Amazing. Beautiful energy for the fire signs. This fire energy, Queen of Wands. I attribute the Queen of Wands to Leo, more predominantly. First of all, very attractive, physically very attractive. You're looking your best. But the Queen of Wands is also somebody who, she gets what she wants. She gets what she wants. Divine feminine energy, but we don't have to be talking about gender. It's just the energy. We're receiving that wealth of opportunities and ideas and enjoying ourselves. I don't know why, because I just see like the palm tree action. It's almost like you could be on a beach somewhere, like finally taking the vacation that you deserve. Just looking absolutely spectacular. People could say that you're glowing. People could comment on your appearance. It's not always about that, but like I really feel it. You know, because this reminds me of an old ads from the 80s. For like, there was a brand called, it was called, what was it called? OP, maybe? Ocean Pacific. It was from the 80s and 90s. I don't think that brand exists anymore. But it was this beachy vibe, very youth-oriented, carefree. The, you know, kind of wind in our hair and sun in our eyes and just enjoying life. And I just feel like it's almost like this is what you're manifesting and doing at the moment. You're just kind of taking the reins. This is very empowering energy. I feel very empowered by this. It's like you were very good. You recognized what Spirit was bringing in for you. Like you weren't anybody's fool. Like you saw the gift and you took it because it was yours to take. Some people don't. Some people don't. They get the blessing and they don't recognize it's a blessing, and either they squander it, they overlook it, they don't pay attention. That's not you. Very good. But then there's always like a slight like fly in the ointment, because then I get the Ten of Pentacles here and the Seven of Swords. It's kind of like you're here living your best life, and I feel like there's this kind of outside energy that just wants to kind of crap on your parade. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And the Seven of Swords in reverse. So, Ten of Pentacles is abundance in all of its forms. It's a really good card to get because it shows stability, shows good health, stable finances. But when the card is in reverse, it's almost as like the coin purse is open and the coins are falling out. It's not like you're going to lose everything. It's not about that, but there is a little bit of give and take energy happening, and you could be feeling like, well, you know, there could be this, like, I think this presence in your life that is trying to ride your coattails, Spirit just said. It's almost like I see somebody trying to steal your thunder. Kind of like if you're the soaring eagle, they're trying to hitch a ride. And the reason why I say all that is because of this card, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is sneaky energy. They call this the thief of the tarot. And a lot of the times, it's like in traditional readings, Seven of Swords is not a bad card. It's a card of, but it is a card of like the opportunist. Somebody who's, see how the sword is behind her back? It's like trying to grab the opportunity. But it's a little different than this. Spirit is openly giving this to you. This one is being kind of, it's trying to be, Spirit wanted to use the word bogarted. I don't know the etymology of the expression to bogart something. It's like Humphrey Bogart was a very famous actor in the, I want to say the 1930s, 40s. And, you know, he was in Casablanca and all these kind of great films. But I don't know where the expression to bogart something came from. It might be a reference to one of his characters who was taking something that did not belong to him, that he stole it. I'm not sure. But Spirit is giving me that word. So you might like Humphrey Bogart. That might be your name in some, that if that is your name, I need you to leave a comment, please, because that would be so random. But that's what I'm hearing. Spirit is giving me that message, that there could be somebody in your life that is just trying to take their opportunity. They see you took your opportunity and now they want like a little piece of it. Could be a family member. I don't see them as being like a real big threat, but it's kind of a nuisance. Can you clarify these two cards for me, please, Spirit? Yeah, Five of Cups. Somebody feeling left out, feeling like, you know, how come they get everything and I only get whatever I have over here. A little bit of feeling sorry for oneself. I do not feel like this is your energy in any way. This is somebody attached to you who, I don't necessarily feel like they're a bad person, but it could be like a younger sibling, for example. You know, Mom, how come Timmy gets to have all the fun toys and I don't get anything, right? So there could be a little bit of a guilt trip because, like, this is your energy. It's looking fly. And, you know, to a certain extent, you are creating your reality. You're not sitting idly by waiting for Spirit to just dump abundance into your lap. I mean, yes, that's nice, but you also know the meaning of hard work. You're fire sign. You know what it's like to go out there and kind of conquer. That's what you do. It's your nature. So this person attached to you might not be like that. Things might be a little more difficult for them. they don't have the same tenacity or the same drive that you do. So there could be a little bit of competition energy here. You know, see, because I see this energy, and then with this, I see that, you see how it's kind of similar, but different? Like they want to emulate your energy, but they're finding it difficult. Everything is a little askew. The final two cards here. King of Wands in reverse, Four of Swords. King of Wands is your energy, fire signs, right? You had the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. That's a divine match. I don't know. This could be, is this like a significant other? Not sure. Take it as it resonates. This card is in reverse. So it's kind of like a divine masculine energy that is not fully in their power, not fully embracing their capabilities. King of Wands is somebody who's very motivated, knows who they are, knows what they want, knows how to get it. And when the card is in reverse, it's kind of like telling me that, and this could be your energy, but whoever this is in your life related to you, they do not feel as empowered as they would like. And it's causing them to kind of take a little time out with the Four of Swords. Rest, recuperation after difficulty or disappointment. Maybe this is you letting somebody down. A little bit of rejection. Can you clarify the King of Wands? Who's this? King of Cups. This could be a partner. Maybe this is, it's funny because I was like, this came up and it's like, oh, I see this as, even though it's a Cups energy, it's funny. And it's not because like, I want to give you like, oh, you know, you're so empowered or whatever. It's just, this is how I read the energy. I see somebody that's a little bitter and they're just like taking a time out, and they might be bitter because you had to do a little, like you put out boundaries or something, but you're still in this energy, King of Cups, which is understanding, patient, compassionate. And honestly, let me put it to you this way. It can be easier to be in King of Cups compassionate energy when we're kind of riding high. Like, for example, this is a very superficial example, but like, let's just take this example. Let's say you have a close, like a best friend, and you've been best friends with this person your whole life, but circumstances happen along the way and your career paths diverged and they're just a little down on their luck and you make 6 figures or 7 figures. Let's dream even bigger, right? Maybe you make 7 figures and your best friend makes not that. Yeah, they could be a little bit envious. No matter how loving and generous and giving you are, they could still harbor a little bit of jealousy, right? But from your perspective, you could kind of understand that because you have a lot. And you don't have to apologize for that, right? We have a path that we choose and we have to take responsibility for that path. And sometimes there are things that we cannot control, but there are a lot of things we can control. And so you got to where you are because of your strength, and your heart led you to exactly where you are today. But I think what I'm saying here is that maybe handle this person with kid gloves. You know that expression, handle them with kid gloves, because you're kind of in the power position. That power being represented by your compassion. Now, it doesn't mean you have to break the bank or give them everything. No, because you still have to draw boundaries. King of Cups is Scorpio energy, and it's somebody who doesn't necessarily express everything on the outside, but they show love through their actions. What's Spirit's advice for the fire signs? The advice from your higher self. Damn. That's 3 kings. This is advice from Spirit, King of Swords, Gemini energy. You draw those boundaries very sharply. You don't even have to tell the person you're drawing boundaries. You can just do it mentally. Because the sword is pointing down with this King of Swords, which means that there's not a lot of communication happening. It's not to say you're not communicating with others. It's just you're not giving up all your secrets. You're not giving up your plans, your strategy to deal with this situation. But this is Spirit's advice, to be discerning, to be like, you could be a little bit of a, you could be feeling like you want to be generous because this other person feels left out. Like, oh, but you know, I have so much I should share, which that's your prerogative. But Spirit's advice is, hold on a minute. It's not to say that you can't share, but we have to do things in moderation, and we have to strategize, and we have to be careful and considerate of our own circumstances. And we have to look at things a little dispassionately with not as much emotion. This is Spirit's, this is kind of what you're doing, and this is Spirit's advice. Very, very clear. So it's almost like Spirit's giving me that expression, give a man a fish he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish he'll eat for a lifetime. So if you really want to help whomever is feeling like they have not as much as you, or they're feeling in some kind of way kind of envious or like whatever, one, you don't have to entertain that. But if it's like a really close person to you, like a parent or a sibling or a best friend, whatever, and you're just like, well, obviously I'm not gonna leave this person, like they're my bestie and I love them. Instead of just giving them things, maybe it's like using your finances or your connections or your resources, your time, to help them help themselves. So I see this scenario here where, you know, you could be, okay, now Spirit is showing me Shaquille O'Neal. You know that story, real quick. You know that story, Shaquille O'Neal. Maybe you don't, but he wanted to go to school to learn how to manage his finances. Like, obviously, he has all these financial advisors. He has a gajillion dollars, but he wanted to be smart about what he did with that gajillion dollars. And he found himself in rooms with finance people, and they were kind of talking around him about what he should do with his investments. They were not talking to him because they'd say, oh, Shaq, don't worry about that. Because he didn't know, he wasn't educated. And he was like, I don't think so. So he went to the University of Phoenix and approached them and said, hey, I want to get like a business degree, a finance degree, but I want to take in-person classes. And so they said, we would love to do that for you, but unfortunately we're an online school, and in order to have in-person classes, we have to have 20 or more students enrolled to kind of make it worth it. So what did Shaquille O'Neal do? He enrolled 20 of his friends, paid for their education. So now they all have business degrees, and so does he. So obviously, right, we don't have the money, we don't all have the money to pay for our friends' college degrees, but that's just an example of empowering others in creative ways that doesn't necessarily break your emotional, spiritual, financial bank. And I saw 24 when I said that. You are in this space of, you're in the driver's seat. You're in the power position. So it's almost like Spirit is saying, use your influence and use your clout and use your resources to empower others to help themselves if you so choose. So that's your reading, fire signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, fire signs.